All right, Corey, it is 1 o'clock in the a.m. He's still awake. I'm working on your video here, and I've typed up a lot of explanations, but I want to go through a couple of things as well. Looking at your box squats, we miscommunicated, and instead of box squatting against bands, you did another week of reverse bands, and that was fine. I've got an idea for against bands I think we can use. We want you to hit that PR box squat sometime soon. What I'm worried about, and what I'm doing is I'm going through your video here on your box squats. You're using the SS yoke bar, and it's not that the SS yoke bar makes it more upper back heavy. It's just that, you grab in front, and if you grab in front, shoulders come forward. So you have to make sure, even though you grab it here, you still tuck those shoulder blades back. Okay, you can't just round everything forward. You still have got to get the traps back, the head pushed forward. That's going to be a thumbnail photo right there. I can tell someone's going to screenshot that. But you've still got to get it back on your traps. You still got to get your upper back packed back, not rounded forward. When you come out of the hole, that's when it becomes really important to get that those shoulders pulled back as hard as you can and lead with the chest and kind of almost, I don't want you to giraffe neck it, but you've got to think about giraffe necking a little bit up with the head to go up. So it's the neck packed back, which is going to help you go straight up. You are shoulders forward and head forward, okay? That's causing you, as you come off that box, for your hips to rise first, okay? So I wanted to try that. I know once it gets heavy, it's going to go out the window. I understand that. But on your warm-up sets, every set that you can, try to get that neck packed back and try to get the traps back and the upper back as well. And shoulders back. You're lifting some really solid weight, though. Deficit deadlifts, I had you do those for a reason. Deficit deadlifts are a little bit of a change on the grip. We're always working your grip as it's one of your biggest weaknesses. I have a theory that we can use the deficit deadlift to make your full deadlift better, as long as you use it cautiously and sparingly. You're using half-inch, 1-inch deficit, something like that, which is absolutely great. That's all you need. There's no reason for you to do like a 3-inch deficit. What I see is you're getting down to the bar and you're spending a lot of time getting set up down there. And you got to the perfect position. And then you sat there for about 3 seconds before you moved. I want you to get down in that perfect position. Find that spot where like, hey, this is perfect. And then let your hips rise and then dip back down to that spot. Okay. When your hips rise, you can keep your shoulders at the same spot. Let the hips kind of kick back a little bit. Belly full of air, drop the hips down, and then go. But when you got to find that perfect position, get out of position, slam it back, create that TNT torque out of the hole. If you just get there and stay there and stand there for 3 or 4 seconds, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, man, it's late. I need sleep. I apologize, but I want to get this to you before you go into your Tuesday or Monday night. Deadlifts are great, man. I love your training crew. The 3-plate bench press for 11, like it was cake. And then your training crew is busting your balls because you only did 11. That's just hilarious. The sets of 6 at 70% on the deadlift, also deficit. Once again, that was not 2 sets of 6. That was 6 sets of 2 at 70%. Same issue with setting up on the deadlifts. You've also got your head down, shoulders rounded forward. I know that you're doing that to get to the bar, but if you get that starting position and then drop the hips, then boom, explode up, you won't have to be in the perfect position very long. But you've got to find that position to where your upper back is snapped, at least not back, but shoulder blades need to be down in your back pockets. You've got them rounded forward again, just like the SS yoke bar. Once again, I think you're overcompensating for arm length and for grip. if one of the two of those was just extraordinary, I think you'd find yourself, you would just land in the perfect position without having these issues. So it's like a three-pronged thing. Front squats look absolutely wonderful. Your body's posture on these is great. You're using the SS yoke bar, which does get a little slick, and it does still want to slide forward. If you had a harness, you would kill these. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't front squat 600 pounds with ease. You look really, really solid. What I look for, I look at the ratio, the distance between your hips and your shoulders, and I don't want that distance to change the entire time that you're front squatting, and yours don't. Quite often you see a lot of people that it crumbles, it crushes, and I'm not seeing that. Reverse band bench press. You were a little upset that you missed 430 for a triple. Honestly, you took 3 sets at or above 405. I really have no idea how you expected to get 430 for a triple as a third set above 405, all for triples. So I'm going to suggest that we're going to go for a single or double. And I'd love to see 440 or 445 for a single or double. You've got to take it down faster, okay? Reverse bands are almost like using a slingshot or a catapult. For a lot of people, they get lazy and take their legs out of it, or they will get a little bit slow. So if you're reverse banding, you still have to get tight in the hole, which is counterproductive to how it feels in the mind. The way it feels is when I go down, I can loosen up a little bit because it's less and less tension. It's getting easier, so my body loosens up. You have to use that. Stay tight, twist the bar more with the hands as you're going down to get the lats going. Keep the speed going, don't slow down and explode out of the hole. And you've got much, much more than a 430 for 3. So let me get this posted. Let me get your new week of programming, make some adjustments, got some big lifts coming up.